Hello everyone, hello. Hope everyone is there. I see you, Nay. Hello, welcome aboard. Hope you're all doing all right. To everyone out there, say hello. Let me know that you're in. How is everyone on this? What's been a beautiful day here in the UK? We're all doing wonderfully. I'm very sunburned. Not very, but I am sunburned. I've been out in the sun far too long today and have paid the price for it. Feeling a little bit hot to the touch, but that's the way it goes. As soon as the weather gets nice and sunny, everyone gets outside, especially when no one's allowed outside. Evening Rach, hello. How are you? Again, hope everything's all going well. I've got a couple of plans lined up for today. Not so much to do with tree chopping. I did a lot of that last time. But I have got a couple of things that I want to do. I'm not sure if it'll take us the whole time tonight, but there is definitely a few things that I want to get ahead on some progress with. So I'm just going to dump these logs. Not a euphemism. I'm gonna put these away. We'll sleep through tonight or to the daytime, and then get on with the first thing, which shouldn't take us too long. Like literally just 10 minutes. What have people been up to today? Anyone done anything exciting with this beautiful Sunday that we've had? Lovely. So my first plan, first of all, just while we wait for perhaps a couple more people to show up, is this cactus farm has pretty much fulfilled its use now. I think I've got more cactus than I'm ever going to need. I was only using it for dye. But like I don't need... I'm never going to need that much cactus. Besides, there's a desert all the way over there. If I do need any more, then I can go and grab one. Oh, hey Tav, welcome in. Welcome along. How are you doing today? Let me go and show you the storage room. I shall comply. It's looking a little bit like an aircraft hangar at the moment. So this is... Oh, it sounds very dangerous down here, actually. Oh, they're up above. Yeah, so I spend far too long just hollowing places out for these kinds of rooms. And because it's daytime, we're in big trouble. Like a pro. Yes, so ignoring this unsightly shelf, we've got this space set aside for the time being. And the problem is that I'm not sure that I like it. But I feel like I've come too far now to give up on it. So we're just going to persevere. I'm sure it's not the fact I don't like the way it looks, it's just not as practical as I was kind of envisaging. Because down here at the moment, like I've got all these chests racked along the wall here, which is fine. And then, like in the corners here, I don't really want those. I don't really want the chests in the corner here. I think the real problem is that I'm just stocking up on stuff that I don't need. All of these chests here are stone. And I just don't need that much. I need to basically trade it away to villagers or turn it into something useful. But in terms of the space of the room, I'm fairly happy with it. It just needs a little bit more decorating and finalising. And maybe it could build like a jet in here and turn it into an actual hangar. Just to make sure everyone can hear me, I'm assuming so. Probably shouldn't assume. We all know what people say about that. But I did think about flooding the floor in here and having a sort of a pond with like lily pads and flowers and stuff growing over the top of it, and maybe some fish. I think that might look quite good, but I want to bring the floor down a little bit lower before I do that. Mini gardens in the corners is a pretty good idea. So I reckon if we take this corner over here, because I've got nothing over here, if we just kind of punch through here a little bit, and then that's actually not a little bad space to work with. We can get something going in there, and then extend it a little bit further around the back here, and a little bit over that way and stuff, and build. I do like indoor and having outdoors in there. Most of my bases I've ever built in this game have always had the outside coming inwards, like we've got the grass floor here and stuff. So I do like bringing the outside in, and I think especially in the jungle where we've got this green on the floor, that's probably a very good shout. Yeah, Zen pool down in the bottom, that's exactly it. It would also stop the slimes, which is what I need, because I've got a slime farm over there. I don't need them here. I don't need them here. I like the idea of indoor gardens in the corner, though. I think that might be what we do moving forwards. I might add that to my to-do list for today. It's not on the plan. First of all, I need to get rid of that cactus farm. And then I've got a little bit more building. I want to build a couple more houses around here, just because I want to start moving the villagers in. I've got too many villagers that are just taking up space, and I want to actually begin to move them into these huts and houses and bits and pieces. So I need to get some more huts built and kind of quote-unquote mob-proof that area a little bit. Getting prepared for work tomorrow night. What is tomorrow? Just another day in the office, or is it a big day? Because I guess now is probably the time when you would be moving into exam season and stuff. So I assume that none of that kind of thing is going ahead, or at least not in the same way. Oh, we could ask her herself, for here she is, joining us in the world. Coming to do a little bit of work herself, it seems. Hello! Oh, now I don't know where to talk to you from. We'll go on there. We'll go on there. So what else have people been up to today? It's been a lazy Sunday. Anyone had anything exciting? I went to visit my nan today. We had to pick up some garden furniture, and that was when I got rather sunburnt. Sat outside for a while. Set up a water fountain, which was not something I anticipated. But yeah, she'd bought a water fountain. It's got to have been online because the instructions were in German. So she's bought a water fountain and spent a little while trying to get that set up, which wasn't too bad. I'm surprised at how technically minded I can be sometimes. Not that it was anything too complicated. It was kind of plug in and play, but that's quite a stretch for me sometimes. A potential meeting that hasn't been agreed on yet. That would drive me insane. I like a plan. I like to know where I stand. If there's going to be a meeting, then I need to know that the meeting's going to happen. Don't be giving me a, well, we might meet. It's like, no. We meet or we don't. And if I don't know by 3 days beforehand, then I'm not going to be there. If you want me to be there, then let me know ahead of time so that I may plan. Oh, this is the problem now, though. What am I going to do with all this cactus? I've kind of... I started farming it because I needed green dye for some terracotta, but I don't need it anymore. So I've just got all this here. I guess we'll just put it up on the surface here and I'll come back to it, because I certainly haven't got room in the storage space I currently have for it. And I haven't got a section for cactus in the one down below yet. So in my effort to tidy everything up and get things moved away from the surface, I'm now adding more things to the surface. This is the problem, is that I'm unorganized. I have a to-do list right next to me here, and I'm hopeless at projects. I start too many and never finish any of them. So we're going to make a conscious effort today, because I can't do it if I just don't set my mind to it. But yeah, this room's gotten far too small for our needs now. I'm having to put things in chests where they don't belong. All my bamboo is full. I just need to expand out a little bit. I always seem to carry too much food around with me as well. So, let's grab a load of oak wood, because the first thing I want to do, as I said about building some more houses over there, is I want to get this area sort of sectioned off first. Basically, the way that the layout of the base was going to work, for those who haven't caught any of my other streams or video series, was this would be our main gate right here, which I'm putting off for a little while until I know what the redstone changes are going to be. I don't want to do too much redstone work if it's all going to break. So this would be our main gate through here. A couple of little huts and things on the side. And what I've not really done is left enough room to go straight forward through here, whilst also having a safe space for our villagers to wander around in this little private bit. So what I'm basically thinking is another wall that kind of carries along here. We'll have an entrance point here, which we can keep safe to stop the villagers running away. And then the wall would kind of curve around and join in with this part of the wall here, which cuts off a bit of access, I guess. But then I was going to have it so you just have to walk through the villager point anyway, and then you can carry on that way. But I reckon when I thought of that, I didn't have this little cut through to the storage room right here. So maybe I can just put another one of those in the wall here. I don't really know. Definitely want a wall though, because I would like the villagers to just be able to wander around whilst still being safe. And the problem with a wide open area like this is it's difficult to mob proof with light alone. So I kind of want to keep the villager sections well lit and safe, and then the stuff out here where we're not going to have them wandering about is not so important to have every block mob proof, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna try and lay out a bit of wall here, just to try and size up the space. This will not be here, this will disappear. It's just keeping a couple of villagers safe for me, or it was supposed to. I lost two. I did have 6 villagers down here, and I've now lost 2 of them, I think. Yeah, I've lost 2 of them because there was a lightning strike somewhere in the vicinity right here, and it turned 2 of them into witches. Despite being covered, I didn't think that was possible. I covered them so that they wouldn't get attacked by witches. These guys, on the other hand, down here, there's 3 in there, they're all fine. This lot down here, they're all fine. I just don't understand it. That's the way that the world works, apparently, is if you do your best to keep them safe, they will not be. I guess that's what you sign up for when you try and work with villagers, though. There's too much maths involved in this. For the wall all the way around, I've had like a 5-block gap between the walls, apart from where it cuts in, and then I've had 6. But it's kind of tough to work on the fly with this. I think that's 6 right there. And then we can go along. And this has to curve right the way around now. Something like that. Oh, it's going to be another one of those nights, isn't it? The never-ending sieges. So when it gets to these corners, I basically blag it. I'm not very good at doing rounded bits in this game. So I just kind of blag. It is going to be one of those. 5 of you, hey? That's fine. Can take down 5 with no bother. Apart from that bit of bother. Never mind. Now what am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the problem. You hit one, and then you just can't stop them. Never mind. Great way to farm up armor though. I've got so much gold armor that I have absolutely no use for. There we go. That's 5. So that will go there, and then just like that, I reckon. There we go. Something along those lines, I think. And then, yeah, I'll just do what I did with this, and then have that lead through here, I think. Oh, today's stream may come with bonus interjections from next door's dog, by the way, just so that everyone's aware. He's or she, not really sure yet. The dog's been barking a lot this afternoon. We got back from my nan's at about 2 o'clock, and it was still barking away at around 6. Seems to have stopped now. The owners have come home. I think they went out for a picnic or something like that and had a very nice time. And I don't understand why you wouldn't take your dog on a picnic. It seems like the perfect day out for a dog, but they didn't. But now that they're home, it seems to have settled down a little bit. I did also smack the fence a couple of times to try and scare it, because there's no other option. And that seems to have done the job as well. What the neighbours don't know don't hurt. Oh, right, yeah, because we've come up a bit, so this needs to jump up a little bit, and then that should bring us nice and level, which it does. Wonderful. Oh, I've got a table up here. That's good to know. I've got so many crafting tables dotted around this place, I just happen across them all the time. I think you're even playing this game right if you don't have loads of crafting tables just scattered around in useless places. Intimidating dog. Yes, I am, but the dog was intimidating me by barking for 4 hours non-stop. I felt threatened in my own home. It also does it at night at about 2 AM, so my sleep pattern also feels threatened by this little dog. Made guest appearance in some of my YouTube videos, so if you haven't heard him before, then you may be greeted with him today. If you have heard him before, then you'll know him when you hear him. The thing is, the dog doesn't even bark. It just sounds like it's being trodden on. It just kind of like You know, if you step on an animal, it lets out a little yelp. It does that, but that's just its permanent bark. And it just I've gotten carried away, and this has been built up too far. This goes down one here. But yeah, it just does that all the time. And it is very, very irritating. There's not much that can be done about it, you see. We've put in complaints to next door, and they don't even acknowledge that it's a problem. Because of course they wouldn't. The dog doesn't bark when they're in. It's when they go out. Let me say, your dog's been barking while you've been out. And they go, the dog doesn't bark. Yes, it does, just not when you're around. Would I rather the dog or the foxes? Ooh, tough one. Tough one. Can I go with neither? Both of them were pretty bad. To provide a little bit of context, so I might even be able to hear the birds squawking. Actually, my window is open. Let's sort that out. So, to provide a little bit of context on that, a couple of years ago, you lived in a different house to the one I do now, and there was a very bad local fox problem, and they would just, in true kind of AC/DC style, keep me up all night long. We suddenly can. I've never had a better idea than that. Let's sleep for phantoms. So yeah, they would keep me awake all night because they make noises in the evening, and I'm a outrageously light sleeper, so the slightest noise just wakes me up like nothing. And they would just keep me awake at night with their antics. I mean, this is okay. So here's a indicator of how light a sleeper I am. We had to put our bins out the night before they were due for pickup, and I would be able to hear them rustling the bags, and that would keep me up. I've been woken up in the morning by bees flying past my window. Such a light sleeper. Summer's the worst time, because as soon as the light level changes, that's it, that's the end of it. I woke up at 4 AM the other day because that was when the sun started to rise. It's not a pleasant time of the year. And the sun sets later, so I have to be awake later into the evening as well. Not that's too much of an issue. I'm generally up relatively late these days anyway, so that's not all bad, I suppose. So yeah, to answer the question, I'm not sure I could choose between the foxes or the dog. That is tough, actually. I wasn't expecting that to be a particularly tough question. For the sake of... I don't know. I was going to say... I don't even know what I was going to say for the sake of. Let's just... I think I'd prefer the dog, because I do kind of feel sorry for it in a way, because they just aren't really looking after it. I feel like very lazy dog owners. I don't think they've ever taken it out, or they very rarely take it out for a walk. So it's no wonder it stays at home barking all the time, because he's just bored. He's just bored. He's got a cat flap, so he kind of goes in and out of the house as it pleases. But whenever it comes outside, it just barks a lot because it's bored and it wants people to come back and stop it from being lonely. But they don't seem to buy into that too much. This is where the wall gets a bit difficult to build, is around these corners and odds and ends. The dog is a clear choice. Yeah, I think because like I say, I don't think it's actually the dog's fault. Whereas I think foxes know what they're doing. They know that they're keeping me up, and therefore they do it on purpose. Having said that, my dad did shout at next door neighbours once because their dog was barking at 2 AM, and he yelled out the window for them to sort their dog out. Can't remember if he used stronger language than that or not. Having said that, he has also squirted it with a water pistol, so I don't know. Not malicious, well, not massively maliciously, just in a bid to get it to stop. I should have gotten scaffolding while I was back there. Never mind, I have got some available. Perfect. What do I want? Stairs. See, I'm not 100% sure on this design as a base. I've been persevering with it because I am adamant to build outside of my normal wheelhouse, and so far I think it's been going relatively well, apart from the massive underground storage system that I always inevitably build. But I'm kind of hoping that everything will just kind of come together in the last 10 minutes before we reset the world. Not that that's on the cards for a while. I don't think resetting the nether when 1.16 drops down, but that shouldn't impact our bases here too much. In fairness, I haven't even got a portal here at my base anyway. I've got to go all the way back over to the mesa to get to the nether, which is also a point actually. I could do with some more wither skulls. Oh, that's a miserable design choice there. Yeah, I could do with some more wither skulls, I think, so I should maybe try and go and grab some more of those. Something like that. I think. Therefore, yeah, here we go. This is alright, we're making it in now. And then that goes there, another stair right there. That joins up with there, and then we can swap all of these out. Fantastic. Can't believe that this took me so long to build for part of YouTube. Having said that, I did keep putting it off and taking on other odds and ends and all that sort of thing. What I do want to do is get like guard towers and things dotted all the way around the wall here. And I do need to keep on working on that mountain at some point. I've been putting that off for ages, but I'm just stuck with all of the stone at the moment. So I've not been worrying about it. I think if we have time as well, later on, I'm going to head back over to the Guardian farm to just do a little bit more work over there. We started it in the first live stream, and there's still so much work to be done. I did go over there the other day to drop off some more gravel, but there's still so much work that needs to be done, so we might go back over there and carry on. People have been busy over there, but there's still a long way to go. It's an absolute marathon of a project. Oh, dang it. And of course it's too tall. Well, that's fine, because we're going to punch to punch through these bits anyway. I feel like there's got to be a better way to do slabs and stairs in this game. They just kind of... Like, I can be sure that I'm trying to place them in the correct area. And they just don't. Ooh, it's warm. Just stay hydrated. My water bottle squeaks. It's one of those plastic ones with the flip down straw on the top, and for some reason whenever I suck it, it squeaks. Don't clip that. Don't take that out of context. It just makes a funny noise. That's all. And it's got my name written up the side of it. Still don't misrepresent this, by the way. But I only noticed the other day that my name is spelt wrong, and it's very tough to spell Nick wrong. But it's not spelt wrong, but the N is backwards, right? So rather than going up diagonally down up, it starts at the top, then it goes down diagonally up down. It's a backwards N. I've only just realised, and I don't know how to feel. But I'm not bothered about it. I'm not massively bothered about it. It was a freebie. One of our customers at the pub offered to do one for me. I said, "How much do you want for it?" And she said, "I'll just do us a gin and tonic." I was like, "Not a problem. Means I haven't got to spend any money. Sorted." Well happy with that. Did have a meeting for work the other day. So anyone who's watching who may not know, my day job is as a bartender, and during all of this nonsense, it's obviously been a very quiet and very slow period of time for us within the industry. But we had a meeting, myself, my manager, and a risk assessor person from our managing company, to look at what measures we're going to put in place, when we're going to reopen, all that kind of stuff, which was nice and exciting. The end of the line is in sight, more or less, maybe. I think we're looking at reopening around about mid-July. No, not mid-July, early July. Evening, Morgan. How are you doing? Nice to see you in. Early July, I think we're looking at reopening, which ought to be... I can't wait. I can't wait to get back to work. It's driving me mad not being able to go into work, because I'm a bit bored, but but there's only so much Hell's Kitchen you can watch, and I think I'm approaching my limit. I am very good, Morgan, thank you. I am sunburnt, but I am otherwise okay. I've been very clumsy today, actually. I dropped a knife on my finger and injured my hand when I was knocking next door's fence. So as well as getting sunburnt, I've also I realised that I haven't injured myself since work, so I was kind of missing it. Still don't know when you're heading back. I'm anticipating it won't be too long, my friend. I'm only going off of the fact that, like I was saying, we've had our meetings for beginning to work that out. I know that Wetherspoons are pretty keen to reopen. Green King and all their pubs, they've got measures in place now. So for bartenders, it won't be too long. For people who are gagging for the pub, don't worry, it will not be too long. Still might be too early, but it won't be too long. Anyway, kind of dragging it back to Hell's Kitchen. Excuse me, Hell's Kitchen. I've watched a lot of it, as we've discussed several times on stream, and I've realised what really, really winds me up about not just that show, but American, specifically reality TV in general, right? And I think that British TV is less guilty of this, probably not totally sin-free, but maybe just a little bit. And it's the time travel subplot that goes on in American reality TV. So what I mean by this is, if you take for example, episode of Hell's Kitchen, the show is presented to you, it's being shown to you as if it's occurring in the present. And then what happens is bits of the show are intercut with footage of the contestant doing a piece to camera, like a kind of confessional sort of diary room type thing. And they're delivering that as if what you are currently watching is actually happening as they're speaking. And it really irritates. So someone could be being shouted at by Gordon Ramsay, and then you have them cut to the confessional bit, and you have the person going, "I can't believe they're doing this to me right now." It's like, they're not doing it to you right now. They did it to you ages ago, back in time. What you essentially have is an event that has taken place in the past being presented to you as if it is taking place in the present, with a person in the future talking about that event that happened in the past as if it was the present. And I don't tune in for that sort of stuff. I'd watch a lot more sci-fi shows if that's what I wanted from my TV. But that's just too complicated to follow. I'm anticipating reams of question marks to crash through in the chat imminently. But I don't understand why it's necessary. I mean, I do kind of get it. It's like, it's good to, like, they want to show us what the contestants are thinking and all that sort of stuff. But the idea that their confessional is being recorded after the event, and they are talking about the event that happened in the past as if they are currently experiencing it. I was like, there's too much. It's too much stuff to focus on for just some light entertainment. And I think I'm probably reading too much into it. And like, you can tell that they're not recording that confessional in the same time frame as the show taking place, because of various kinds of editing issues and all that sort of stuff. You can tell, and it winds me up a little bit. And I know it shouldn't, but everything winds me up somehow. I'm just one of those people who just gets wound up by things as banal as a TV show not being portrayed to me in the sequence of events that it is trying to depict. It's a very niche thing to be upset about, I know. But I've made my peace with the fact that that's the kind of person I am. Get a little bit of coarse dirt in here. Oh, great. Oh no, it's a massive siege. I get so many of these. It's not fair. Any of the others? I know a couple of the Netrockers are in chat at the moment. Do you guys get any of these? I get so many of them. And they just keep coming. The mobs start coming and they don't stop coming until they hit the ground burning. Get out of here. Put me out. Thank you. I do have a grossly overpowered sword, but it's as a response to all of the carnage that's around me. I know the place isn't the most well lit in the world, but it's not fair. Okay, I wouldn't need an overpowered sword if the mobs would just have the common decency to not spam me with themselves. That's all I'm asking. Here's a straggler. And the problem is I'm going to hit him and then he's going to spawn in 6 more. It's like, I don't want that. Can mobs spawn on path blocks? Maybe I'll just dig up all the grass and replace it with all of this. I mean, it'll make the place look pretty miserable. But if it, oh, whoa! Hello. There's a. It'll make the place look a bit nicer. I don't know. Well, I just need to light the place up a bit. I need to make it safer and just not worry so much about it. But the good news is, whilst we've been fighting and working away, I have had a little brainwave, and we need to get a roof in here, which we'll do in a second. But this corner right here, who did it? Oh, you. Get out of here. Pa-pow! So, what I'm thinking is initially I was going to put another path that will cut through this wall and lead us through to the graveyard. But what I think might be quite nice is just a little garden or something instead, and then you have to go through this way. And then you can cut around. I'm aware that this base will not be very intuitive to walk around. But what I'm hoping is that one day in the not too distant future we'll get ourselves Elytra and I can just fly to where I need to go. Because at the moment it's not very intuitive to navigate your way around here. Especially not now I've built another load of wall. But I feel like it's quite... it's okay. I think once you've got some guard towers up, maybe it will look quite nice. And put a little bit more sort of detail on the wall, perhaps. Now I've built it all out of solid oak logs, I'm not 100% sure that that was the right way forward. I think maybe we should have put some horizontal ones in as well and broken up the pattern a little bit, and if that's the case that's going to be a big remodeling job. Actually, I think we probably made the right call on that, because my thinking was those kinds of like wooden forts that you see, like you think back to like ancient Roman forts and that sort of thing, and you just have the walls that are made out of huge wooden stakes. That was my thinking. I think maybe what we need to do is maybe just increase the height on some of these every so often and get some of the guard towers in as well. Maybe that will help us out. But I think not alternating the direction is probably the right shout. Decorative waterfall, exactly. So in that space, what I reckon might fit quite nicely is like a pond, some trees and plants and all that, but another fountain as well, like something like this. I think might be quite nice in that space. And I actually have a design in a single player creative world for a really dumb fountain. Like it's totally stupid, but I want to get that built into here at some point. So that's what might go there. In fact, actually, that might be better off as you come through here. Maybe where these villagers are currently sitting. You just have a nice big waterfall right in the middle there. Or a big fountain or something like that. I think that's probably best. I'm upset that you can't tame ocelots into cats now. You just have ocelots. Trapdoors in the outdoor walls. Well, on walls like this? Or... because I don't know if it will work particularly well on these. I've got like on the building here, we've got trapdoors for window shutters. I need to hydrate again. My voice keeps on breaking. So I've got some of those, and I think on this side as well, I've got a couple of the spruce ones here as well for shutters. I've seen him using them as banisters, which I think looks like a really good way of using them, especially stuff like the acacia ones that are all like weird to work with. Those are pretty good. Do you know what? I'm gonna break rank here and actually let's work on getting a nice little garden in this space. And I have plenty of materials over here that I was going to use for a house, but I think we could actually use over there. Let's empty out our pockets and have a little look. So much stuff. I throw arrows away. I don't need them. I don't need them. I've got plenty of them living in another chest, and I've got a skeleton farm. I don't need the arrows. If anyone does need the arrows, let me know. I'll send them your way. They're just burning a hole in my pocket at the moment. May even run round and drop them off right now. Maybe not right now, because I'm falling into that trap of getting sidetracked again, which is far too easy for me to do. And see, I've gotten stuff out that I was about to use, and then just throw it away again. I don't need to be carrying a furnace with me. That I don't need. Yeah, the height's definitely... So I tried to go for a little bit of variation. Let me try and get up on high. Actually, I've not actually looked at my base from a good height for a while now, so that might be quite a good little exercise. Just to have a look and see what I've got. So let's just climb up here, carefully up the vines. So I have tried to go for a little bit of varying height just by whenever we've been moving over height changes in the land, just by bringing the wall up and down as we go around it and stuff. And actually I kind of like it at the moment. But I think always keeping the logs and slabs at the same height relative to each other is probably the issue here. So there's only ever a half gap between the slab and the top of the log. So a couple more logs along here would probably help it out quite nicely. And like I say as well, getting a couple of guard towers and canopies and stuff popped along the top here would probably help out a bit as well. But it is just a little bit too flat for the time being. But I do actually kind of like how it looks from up here in a way. I've not got a map of my area currently because over there just looks very plain and uninteresting. But I think as we get more in, it might be quite good. So we'll put a little garden in that corner there. We're going to have another rather grand house here, similar to this one here, I reckon. Maybe we'll take the lessons I learned building this house and transfer it a little bit. I don't think the spruce detailing in this house works particularly well. So if we build another one of those over here, we won't bother with that. We'll try and find a different way around. So we'll get another house in this corner here. I've got the graveyard here. Chicken farm there. I need to get a skin on the chicken farm, and I was thinking just a giant oversized chicken. I feel like that might be quite fun to build. So we'll maybe get something on there as well. We just need to fill in this space. And then I need to get rid of this part of the mountain here, so that we can then continue building. Because I built this mountain by hand. So it's become part of the landscape. So I want to kind of go around it and include more things. But that's all in the... That's all way ahead of the game for the time being. We're nowhere near there yet. Let's try and get ourselves a garden there. Can I make the jump? Oh, wonderful. Oh, perfect. Now, if you want arrows, I will stockpile some of them and then come and drop some off to you. Right, over this side, because this is where all of my materials are. It's also very noisy over here, thanks to the villagers, so I don't want to work over here too much. Right, so of course, I haven't got any space because the chests didn't pick up. That's fine, we won't even need all of this stuff. My ender chest is full of fish, because I destroyed my fishing farm and haven't got anywhere to put all of the fish. So I can't even use that for extra storage. It's a bad time. Oh, you know what? Just chuck it all in. We won't worry about an order. Just throw it all in there. We'll come back and find what we need. Alright, wonderful. So, oh, you're in the way now. The first thing I think is going to be wise to do is, again, re-empty the inventory of stuff that I'm not going to need. Not entirely sure why I have all of this, but there it is. That'll do. So, if we set out a perimeter for the wall, first of all, which I think will... Or a wall, maybe not the wall. But I think maybe just down here. Something like that. And then we can change the shape of this hill that's in the background. And... what kind of walls? Maybe some moss? I think if we go for the mossy stone and we'll put smooth stone lining it just along here. It's a very good outline block, this smooth stone. In my opinion, I think it does a really great job of just highlighting the lay of the land. So we'll have that goes along there. And then, yeah, does the moss stone maybe work across there? Possibly. This is a trick I seem to remember hearing about, and I use relatively often, is not building a complete wall to section off your space. So, like, to me that doesn't look particularly wonderful, but if you kind of cut bits away and have it more sort of segmented, then the wall looks a little bit better. You still get that nice clear division, and it doesn't look so clustered and horrible. Not horrible, but it just doesn't look so clustered. And I think if we throw a couple of the regular stone brick walls in as well, that might help to just solidify this a little bit. Something like that, maybe. And then that can get away so that the wall doesn't link up. And then it'd just be something a little bit like that, I reckon. We'd cut this hill away a little bit further. Just like that, I reckon. Ooh. Went really red there for a second. May have lost a couple of frames there. I have not got any oak logs. Put my teeth in. I'm just going to grab a few more of those just to fill in the gaps. Like I say, I'm very keen to remind people of this. This is not my normal building style. So I am kind of learning as I go here, trying to help things to look nice or better than they did before. Ah, right, okay. Nay, you might be able to help me with this. So when I was in school, I remember my teachers saying that there was a real issue with the word nice. They said, nice is a really horrible word. Do not use it in essays. There are so many better words than nice. Nice is just substandard and meh. Nice should basically be meh. How true is it? How much does the word nice irritate teachers? I don't see a problem with the word necessarily. I use it a lot, but maybe that's because a lot of my work is just meh. There's that weird laser ambient noise again. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but it just makes like a weird pew pew sort of noise. Not quite like that, but a little bit like that. So, I haven't got any fish, I don't think. Which is irritating, because there was a wandering villager here not too long ago, and he was selling buckets of fish. Do I have any? I do have some! Oh, wonderful. That's a great find. Love to have that. And a sea lantern as well. That's all come from work on the Guardian farm. By the way, there's a lot of work, so much stuff to take out and work with there. So you get a sea lantern in there for a bit of light, and you pop a bucket of water there, and it gives us a nice looking fish. No pufferfish though. Oh, two are the same? Will it give... Oh man. Never mind. Two of the same fish is fine, they can be related. Or something like that. There we go. We'll get a little pond in place. And then I think let's have a go at a kind of a more sort of free form waterfall. So if I put some blocks right there. And then you've got to get yourself some slabs and some stairs for the water logging. Because then I think what we can do is maybe have something like that. And pop some slabs on top. And then we can swap some of it out for the mossy cobblestone just for a bit of detail in a second. Just want to get everything in place for the moment. So maybe something like that. We get rid of that because we don't want grass growing in there. Grab ourselves another bucket of water or two and put those right there. I haven't got enough dirt blocks. It turns out I did actually. And then that can go there. And then you just grab yourselves two more like that. Pop one in there. And then one in there. That creates the water source and then it just flows out like that. Oh, but then the fish try and swim up it. Okay, that's not something I anticipated, and that also throws in the problem that they might just jump out of the fountain and die. But I quite like that as a design. I think maybe what it could use is a slab there and then another light source underneath. Oh, I was too busy looking at chat. Oh, men can't multitask. Proven. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe just because they were sick of having an entire class use the word nice. I've never understood it myself. I don't really have a problem with words in the same way that a lot of people have issues with the word moist and plinth and all that sort of stuff. That doesn't bother me. I'm not too fussed about that. I'll tell you what is winding me up currently at the moment with regards to words is the phrase social distancing, because the two are entirely opposite. It's an oxymoron. The two shouldn't work together and therefore shouldn't be used together. And the what's the other buzzword that they keep on flinging about? Self-isolation. That's both of those words are the same thing. You don't need both there to do the explanation justice. Or tell you what we do need as well, actually, just for a little bit of extra detail in the pond. Get out of my way. I haven't got time. What we do need is... I have no bone meal. Let's get some bone meal. Because if you use bone meal underwater, you can grow some of the seagrass, which will just help to populate the pond a little bit. The fish swimming up the fountain is making me a little nervous. I don't want them to die, because then I've got to wait for a wandering villager to come back around and sell me some tropical fish. But yeah, so if I put that there and then get the bone meal, we can grow a lot of grass. We don't need that much. There you go. Something like that, I reckon. Ooh, that's too much. Yeah, I like that. You do not sound boring. There was a great deal of time where I wanted to be a teacher growing up, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work that I don't think I would be capable of doing. If you forced my arm and made me do it, then yes, but I don't know that I could be diligent enough to ensure that I had lessons planned for everything and all that sort of stuff. Kids would probably love me because they wouldn't have to, they very rarely actually have a lesson, but I don't think that that really counts as proper teaching. I don't know. It does. Why do they keep flopping onto their side? Is it because they keep leaving the water? Oh, please don't die. I don't want them to die. I think the fountain's okay for the time being. This isn't the really dumb fountain that I wanted to build. That can come another time. It's a bit boxy, but I think it's okay. Maybe we should just fill in the back here, try and make the back look a bit nice, because we will be able to see it from up there, of course. So we don't want it to look too undetailed. There we go, something like that. I think it would probably look a bit better if we get it. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was afraid of. Get back in there. You're safe. Having said that though, right, these... they're not just standing here. They seem keen to just want to try and swim up. If I pick up that water again, do you reckon they will... I'll put the water back. Or the buckets back at least. If I were to remove the water, would they stop trying to climb up? Is that what they're trying to do? Just trying to get to the highest point? Because if so, maybe that's a problem. And so yeah, see now they seem perfectly happy to just swim in the water. If I put that there, they're not too interested in swimming up it. Oh no, change of plan. Yes, they are. Yeah, I think they just want to swim upwards for some reason. Oh well. I'm happy to just watch these fish flop around in the fountain all day. Right, let's get a tree. Let's get a tree. I'm feeling, I think similar to out the front, maybe a dark oak tree like right here would be nice. A big chunky tree. Oh, leave me alone. What do you want? Yeah? No? You lost. You lost. You came out of your hiding place. And that, my friend, is all on you, wherever you may have gone. Oh, that one's made it. That one made it. Oh, for a brief fraction. These fish are just going to die. When they do, that'll be that. Okay, give me a dark oak tree. Perfect. That took no time at all. Wonderful. So around the base of this, we'll take up some of the grass. We'll put some coarse dirt. We'll make some path blocks just like that. Maybe pop one or two of these back. Yeah, then some coarse dirt. Maybe some podzol as well. I have not got coarse dirt. And then this can cut through here. Might have to get rid of that. And the lamppost will need to change. That's all relatively small. It's not a problem. Why did I come here? Good question. Podzol and coarse dirt. That was it. Thank you. Some of that there. And then that can sit there. Obligatory sugarcane just around the edge right here. And then I've got a bit more bone meal just for in there. That'll do. And some there. Don't want to go too overboard, I don't think. Get a poppy there. Give me some decoration right around there. Fantastic, I like that. And now I need something to just sit up on here, because I don't really want to just fill it all with grass or anything like that, nor particularly another tree. Could put a colossal jungle tree here just for the hell of it. That might not be a bad idea. Might be a terrible idea. I want something else to sit in that gap. I'm kind of reusing a lot of the same motifs here. So the sugarcane around the ponds, bamboo, bit of bone meal on the side, that sort of stuff. So I want to try and branch out, but I don't know what else to put on the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Don't know if anyone has any suggestions on that. That's pretty good. Top tip, you pop the string on top and it stops it from growing any higher. However, make sure you get it right, because it can be very difficult to see again if you get it wrong. Let's do this the easy way with some scaffolding, shall we? No point faffing around. There we go. Let me go and have a look at what I've got in terms of foliage, and leaves and nature and all that sort of stuff. So we've got, oh, maybe a lily pad might be quite nice on that pond. And I'm going to grab a few more of them. So I've got some of that stuff. We could plant a berry bush. Why not? Let's do it. Let's put a berry bush down, and maybe I will hoe some land so we can plant some seeds of various kinds. I have got some carrots there. Actually, we can use that. I have got loads of other flowers that we don't really get in this biome, so I may just take a couple of extra different flowers like that. And why not? Let's get a sea pickle as well. Okay, I think that's it. I'll have a look at the saplings and the leaves and stuff, which is where I keep the vines. I see you there, Rach. Yeah, we get some vines hanging as well. They always help to make the place look a little bit more lived in. Gonna pop those there, and another one there. Again, using some string to stop those from growing. Get a lily pad just on there. Boop, boop. I mean, that does just offer the fish one more place to die as well. It's entirely possible. But I think we'll be okay. We've only had to rescue the fish once, so I think that's okay. Sea pickle. Sea pickles give off light as well, so I'm reckoning we can just pop that there. It just looks like a random thing. I assume it gives off light at that stage. It might not, but we'll leave it there anyway. It just looks odd. No, let's recess this just a little bit. Put those there. I'm going to plant one carrot and one of those. And then I think maybe some bushes up at the top, and then just a couple of these flowers here. Maybe. I haven't actually got any sweet berry bushes planted in the place, so we could maybe get a couple of those, and I could actually use them as a sort of farm as well. I assumed you were talking about the plant vines, Rach, and not the defunct social media platform. It's been a long time since Vine has been relevant. Did Vine give way to TikTok? Is that the way it worked? I don't really know much about social media and social networks and all that, but I think that's the way events went. I don't know. Vine is always right. Vines, as in the videos themselves, I would agree, are always relevant. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to prove that Vines are always relevant. Bear with me. You're going to love this. This is great. I mean, it's going to be a huge misrepresentation of the Vine, but it's going to work. Trust me on this. This isn't going to be worth all the running we're doing right here. I think you'll know where this is going. Look at all them chickens. Talking of which, it looks like we're full up. Let's get the eggs out, hatch the new batch. I've got too much stuff. Oh, TikTok used to be Musical.ly. I did not know that. Oh no! Oh no! I threw my sword into the farm. Okay, well, that will come back at some point. Okay, well, and it's turning to night as well, just when I need my sword. Oh. I've got so many eggs. Please give me my sword back. Can I... Did I leave enough room around the back here to just go up and get it? No, I covered it up. Oh. Okay, well... We'll come back to this another time, because it's loud. And I just need to hope that I don't get attacked. Dang it. Okay, well, in the meantime, anyway. Oh, did one of the oh no, one of them's up there. I mean, if they could just get stuck in the pump system at the top there, then that'd be fine. That'd be no drama whatsoever, but I don't think they're going to do that. So I'm going to stick a bit of light in here, and then maybe another one just here. And then we can get some rolling bushes. Just here on the corner. Zombie swarms. Don't tempt the mistress, for she is cruel and fickle. And she shall end us. Can we... Maybe we can make these sort of grow up the wall a little. Maybe something like that. Then we can hang the vines off of this for sure. Just like that. I think that ought to work quite nicely. And then I'll get some hanging from the tree as well. I think that'll be alright. And then I'll just... oh! I'll pop a couple more right there. And then fill the rest up with... the rest of the space with flowers. And then I've got a bit more bone meal as well. But I do feel slightly concerned, so... I'm going to get my sword back. It should come back through. The dispenser should just spit it out into the chicken chamber. And then the hopper underneath should just suck the sword up. And then put it in the chest. Ah! Merciful heaven, thank you. Whew. That felt good. This is a very expensive sword to lose otherwise. I did have. I've got a couple of backup swords, but I took them down to my mob farms because that's where I used them most. They had different enchantments on them, so they worked better down there. So I'd have to go back to like my little shack over here, and I've got I've got my bow and a crossbow over there. So it's not. It wouldn't have been the end of the world in terms of defending myself, but it would have been a fairly miserable time for the time being. You see, what did I tell you? I told you. As soon as you mentioned the zombie hordes, they would come. And okay, this is just 2, but they are coming. I keep falling in the like the berry bush here, which keeps slowing me down. See, there's one. That's 3 now. And 4 right there. And a 5th. I'm glad I went back for my sword. Oh, get out of here. Hey, that one dropped a potato. For goodness sake, get out of here. Hey Shiv, welcome. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Yes, it's dark, okay? It is dark, but I mean there is no but really, but there we go. Maybe we can just pop another. I only bought 2 bits of glowstone. Maybe we can get a bit more light and some more bushes there as well. There's some more right there. Skeleton fell. To be fair, like I haven't lit up the roofs of anywhere, which is definitely not helping the situation. That's where everything is spawning. Did the skeleton try and shoot me from nowhere in particular? Oh, it was you. I am very well, thank you, Shiv. I am sunburnt, as I was in the garden helping my nan get her new fountain to work earlier. Oh, I heard one! Oh, no, don't even. But other than sunburn, and I dropped a knife on my finger earlier, and I injured my hand on a fence. Other than that, I'm feeling fine. Other than that, all is well. So it gets a bit more light right there. We can throw those there. Do I still? I have some more dirt and podzol as well. So I think maybe just a little bit more of this action. Oh, not there though, because then you can see the glowstone through that. So if we pop that there, that can go right there. Bit of podzol here maybe. And some up here. I'm going to tuck some all the way back over here as well. Maybe one right round the back. And then we're just going to put some bone meal down to populate the area a bit more. I don't really want the dandelions or the tall grass. We just leave something like that. And actually, I really like that. It's nice and cozy. Some light behind the fountain. I think he spawned up on the wall and then dropped down because I heard him take damage as he fell, but you are right, it is very dark down here. And actually I think a bit of light might help to just make the fountain pop out a little bit too. So I think maybe if we just put it around the back here, just like that maybe. And then I'm going to grow some more bushes around the back and snake it up a bit like that, just to kind of mask the glowstone itself. And I think that'll be nice. I reckon so. I really like this little space, considering how it was nothing. Now, I think that looks really nice. That looks really nice. Good job, team. Well done. Shiv, it was a good day. I had a nice day. It was just accident prone. It was the first time I've driven in like 3 months as well, so fortunately there was nothing serious with regards to that. A safe way for them to drop in? Well, that's only because I haven't lit the wall itself. I see you down there. Once we get some lanterns and things up on the top here, we won't have to worry about things dropping down onto us. It's just at the moment they can spawn on all of the tops of the logs up here. So that's where how did you get up? Maybe you're right, Rach. Maybe you're absolutely right. How did you get up? Right, let's go back down. I want to see how you managed that. How did you do that, friend? Because I don't think you can climb scaffolding. Show me how you manage that. What a smart boy! What a smart boy! Do you know what? I'm going to leave that there. If he's clever enough to make his way up there, then he's earned it. Oh, I'm going to eat this raw potato just to get it out of my inventory. Oh. But as a garden space, I really like that. That's absolutely marvellous, in my opinion. That's great. I'm going to get rid of this torch. We can start taking care of that. I do need to get a kind of more official pathway sorted out, but I think I'm going to wait until I've got my main gate in here before I work that out. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm glad that we have gotten some headway on that. My next plan, I mean, I've not stuck to the plan in the slightest for today, but I think I'm going to go and work on what Tav suggested earlier, which was those corner gardens in the storage room. I feel like that's probably a nice place to start. I heard all sorts of noises I didn't like then. You can go away. Perfect. So let's just see if there's anything we're not going to need before we head on down. I mean, there's loads of stuff. We're definitely going to have to do a couple of trips. But I think we can roll with that for now. Oh my god, it's 9:30. When did that happen? Wow, alright. It's been getting on. So I'm just gonna retreat into this house for a hot minute. Just need to switch the light on as it's getting a little dark in here. I would also suggest... Oh, hang on a minute, let me sit back down at the chair before I start talking again. I would also suggest use now as your regularly scheduled hydration break, because I certainly am. Sorry for the noise. I'm a bit of a loud swallower. Again, don't clip that or take it out of context. I'm not ready to go sifting through all sorts of live stream content, cutting out all of the odds and ends that can be misconstrued. I don't think I've actually introduced everybody to our little fleet of puppies here. I know I've shown them on camera, but I don't think I've actually revealed everyone's names yet. And for some people, they will recognise these ones. So we have over here, we have a pup called Lexi with a red collar. No. True to real life. Then in the purple collar we have Luna. The orange collar we have Benny. And in the black collar we have Storm. These are all named after real life dogs that I encounter fairly regularly at work. I felt, let's immortalise them in the game. They are adorable. I mean, I've kind of had to improvise a little bit using the collar colours. Try saying that 10 times fast. That's a difficult one. Because you can't get different breeds of dog in this game. Lex and Luna are black Labradors in real life, but they have a red collar and a purple collar. Benny is one of the most adorable beagles I have ever met. And beagle, that's the closest I can represent a beagle, is with an orange collar. And Storm is a big old skinny husky type dog. So again, we've kind of gone with a black collar to symbolise that. But these guys, they just wait on my every will. Look at them. They can't get enough. I haven't got anything to feed them though. They don't like carrots. I can try and give them a carrot, but Luna just walks off. Which is odd actually, because I seem to remember in real life that actually Lex and Luna are quite partial to a carrot. Anyways, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's get back downstairs and see what we can do. So for the people who were not here at the start of the stream, this is what my storage room is looking like now. Chipped away a load of the ceiling. I've still got to extend this lot further back. But when we were pottering around here earlier, I was saying I'm not really sure what to do with these corner points, because I don't really want to put chests in them, because I feel like they just stick out a bit too much and aren't really they don't look very good. So one suggestion I had from chat was to actually just punch out the corners like we have here and then fill them with a kind of indoor garden sort of thing. So I think that's what we're going to do for this space. So I think we don't need to do much, just like hollow out an area just like this and then make it pretty. That's the slightly harder part. And I've obviously not got any of the materials that I'm going to need for this. But I think we can give it a go. I am also planning on taking the floor down a bit further, and we're going to flood the floor and create a sort of a massive like underground lake with plants and marine life and stuff like that floating around in there. But that's a ways away just yet. So I'm thinking we're going to need some more stripped birch logs to just sit in the corner here. And then as we hollow this out, we carry on with the andesite in the ceiling here. Punch this back just a fraction further. This will then all become grass, which is something I do have. This is my only concern about doing that, is that the floor might blend too much. if we just put grass in here. Like, I don't feel like there's enough of a gap. A way to get around that would be to completely change the floor that we have out here. Maybe going for path wouldn't be too much of a bad shout. But I'm not sure I would want that all the way around our storage room. So I think we would need to come up with a different flooring. And I don't think using these path blocks will work as well on this side either. Because I think if we want an indoor garden and we want it to look nice and we want the outdoors to be inside, a sheer floor made out of the path block is probably not the way to go for that. So I think I want to leave that as grass. Well, maybe, okay, hear me out on this. Maybe what we do instead is we take I haven't got anything down here with me, I moved it all upstairs. What I'm thinking is if we build a thicker wall. So what I was just going to do was put the birch in there and then maybe use fence posts or something like that. But if we actually use some stone and create a thicker wall so that there's more of a obstruction. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So that there's more of an obstruction between the corner and the garden. Maybe that will work a bit better. So if you give me this, and then we could just go straight for the granite wall. But I think if we go for this instead, if we go for the stairs, and then we lead it around like this. I don't know why particularly granite. I think I was just looking for a different sort of block. We are going to need to mess around with the placement here just a fraction to try and get it all to look right. There we go. So maybe something like that. Not 100% sold on it. Maybe though. Maybe. We just go and grab some more birch. We'll strip the log and we'll see how it looks. I don't think we're going to truly know until I've actually put a garden in the space. So I think we're going to need to go and have a look at that first of all. Now, although the garden looks great, I am kind of regretting not putting a cut through there instead. But oh no, actually forget it. Forget everything I just said. Coming around the corner there. That's award-winning. That's sensational. Yep. Don't worry. All doubt has been removed. All doubt has been completely removed. What did I come up for? Birch. That's right. Some of this stuff. And to, once again, try and empty the pockets a little bit. I'm also going to bring some of this for the time being. Oh, it takes so long. I need a speed beacon. Maybe that's what I'll go and do. So I'm gonna let's put the garden in place. See if we can get an idea for that. Because if I have something that I can work off of as a template, then I can do some more of that between streams and indeed Netrock episodes for YouTube. And then we can go to the Nether and hunt some... Who did it? There he is. I heard you. Go to the Nether and hunt some wither skulls so that I can get another beacon. Because I can't deal with moving around this slowly all the time. Oh, right. So that sits there, we'll strip that. And that sits there, we'll strip that. And then these surfaces will all get replaced with the wood. That's why I picked that up. Something like that, I reckon. Oops, don't want that there. Okay. The problem is the haste beacon. You just chow through blocks far too quickly to even realise what you've done. Stop it. And I've got enough space to just turn all of those into planks. That's wonderful. What I like to do whenever I do have one of these indoor spaces is go and get some animals and have some livestock down here. For no other reason than it just adds a little bit of life to the space. So although there's nothing going on down here, there is just a little bit of movement and the place feels a little bit alive. So that all sits there. And then we just have a small roof that goes on top. And ordinarily I would probably try and change the shape of it with slabs, but I have not got the space nor the resources to do that at the moment. So that would sit in there like this. Then we can get a bit of glowstone in the ceiling so it lights up. Make sure it's mob proof, which it is not. So that's not a problem. We can pop another one in there. And then we'll get some leaves along there. Pop some plants down. Just like that, maybe. Need to go and get some bone meal to put some grass in. And actually, I may not have the slabs, but we can just push it up a little ways. Just like that. There we go. Still mob proof? No, we are not. That's okay. Pop another one of those there. There we go. So I think that the room already looks a little bit better, having just pushed the roof up like that. It just opens it a little bit more. And yeah, then I just want some bushes, some tall grass, and I think if I can find one, a sheep or something. Actually, having said that, the downside of doing that is that they can just literally jump out currently. So in order to stop them doing that, I would need to bring this wall down a little bit so they can't... Well, actually, I don't know how tall they are. Maybe they'll still be able to jump out. Maybe we'd better forego the animal for the time being and go and grab some more bushes. And that's it. And we'll see how that looks. And then once I've got that in place, that will hopefully bring us up to around about 10ish. Then we got about half hour left just to take care of a couple of other odds and ends. Have you all met Gladys yet? I think you have. This is Gladys, named after my pet chicken from Minecraft Dungeons. She lives better than I do. The state of this chicken coop she's got is marvellous. She's even got a nest in there. I can't jump in and show you because she'll escape. Unless I've got a fence gate, which I do. I was smart. So look at her little chicken coop in there. She's got a bird's nest and everything. Some food, a little bit of light. She lives better than I do, don't you? She's got a bath. She's got everything. She's truly a princess. All the others do look. All these guys here. Oh, them chickens! They just sit here and look out at what they could have had. Look, it's the natural order of things. You think about it, it's like the Titanic, right? You have you have Rose right here. Never let me go, Jack. And then you have Jack and all of his buddies keeping the ship moving forward. She lives like a princess. There, you know where I am. You come to me. They provide all of the food for me to eat. And all of the eggs that I use to make more of them. For me to eat. It's the circle of life. And it moves us all. I can't remember at what point in that song there's a word that rhymes with chicken, and I'm not prepared to sing the entire song to find that point to make a chicken pun. I can't be clucked. There you go. There's this stream's pun. Enjoy it. Does that mean I need to put an NSFW mark on this video now? I think we were already past that point. Oh, by the way, right? Do you want a... I'll give you all a top building tip that I saw in a video the other day, right? And we have no use for it here, but this absolutely blew my mind. Okay, so you have a hopper right there, yeah? And you pop a... Oh, how did he do it? Oh, maybe it was the other way. Maybe I've got to put the banner down first, like that. Oh no, how did he do that? Unless it's in front. Okay, so maybe it was like this. So you have the hopper right there with a... Was it like that? Oh no, I can't remember how he did it. Oh man, it was such a cool little like trick. You can get it because banners, like, if you look at the banners, they kind of wave back and forth, and he had it set up in such a way so that on the hopper it looked like the banner was moving in such a way that this bottom bit looked like it was going up and down, and it looked like a piston and like it was pumping stuff. It looked really cool, but I have no idea how he did it, which I guess I probably should have looked into it before I went, hey, do you want to know a building tip? Before realising that I couldn't show that off. I'm glad you enjoyed the chicken pun. There's plenty more where that came from. It beats the same old ones of this joke is excellent. That's done. That's tired. It's boring. Everyone knows those ones. But you can enjoy the fresh pun quality that's come from this stream. It's probably the only good thing that has come out of it, other than that absolutely beautiful corner of our base right there. Now, did I need anything else for downstairs? I think for the time being I'm okay. Oh, look, it's absolutely lovely. I like that. Thank you all for your help on that. It was a stroke of genius, all of the assistance that was provided. I absolutely adore that. Ow! Good shot. And I was a moving target. Hello. Oh, don't do it. I am grateful for the creepers, actually, because I do need some gunpowder. So the fact that we've got a very unintentional creeper farm down here, a very unintentional mob farm, never mind just creeper farm, an unintentional mob farm down here, is actually very useful to my future. Some bushes. Everyone loves a bush. Especially chefs. They find them very amusing. That was a culinary joke. Because you can order things like amuse-bouche to start your meal. These are bouches. Chefs find them amusing. Oh, don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. I'll show myself out. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere just yet. That's bad. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. I have to entertain myself as well as you guys. And I entertain myself with bad pun. Look, you guys only get the ones that I tell you. Right. You gotta feel sorry for me. I've just firing around in my head all the time. I can't escape from puns. So, yes, you can sit there and you can whinge and you can moan, and you know what? You're right. You're right. They are awful. But just be thankful that you've only had 2 this stream. Do you know how many I've had to go? Shut up, Nick. In my head for? Creepers? Creepers? Oh, there is one. What's a spider? That one's just hovering in midair. It doesn't even look like he's climbed the roof. Oh, he has, but... Okay, I'm safe. Let's just gonna sit and chill and watch this spider do its thing. I wonder if it's reached the point where it's going, I've made a mistake. Come on. My strange addiction. I was going to say, I'm not addicted, but I think I kind of am. I don't know, he seems quite content over there. I'm almost tempted to run back, get a name tag, and name this guy so he doesn't despawn, but I anticipate he'll be gone by the time we get back. Oh, well, I'll leave him be. He's deserved it. That takes some strength to be able to climb all that way. Alright, so I've got the garden downstairs. Let's go and spend a bit of time in the nether, hunting down some skulls. Whilst I'm there, I'll run some more gravel over to the Guardian farm. I don't know if we'll do any work on that tonight. We've only got about half an hour left. So I think we may put the Guardian farm work to one side for this evening. I'm just going to go and try and get some wither skulls so that I can get myself another beacon and move around this place a lot faster. Because now we're blocking things off, it's going to take a lot more effort to get through. And actually, right, looking again at this garden, I think that doing more of this will actually help us to... These fish, I feel like they found their happy place now. They're just sitting at the top now. But yeah, I feel like if we do more of this stuff along the walls, it'll actually turn out okay. So although there's nothing against the wall, we've got plenty of stuff here that just breaks up the monotony of the wall. Even if we come to a point where we can just look straight at the wall, we got these logs, we got this pile of wood here, we got bits that break up the monotony of the wall. If we just stand here and look at it, it is just a load of wall with nothing going on. So I think the more we get gardens and decorations and bits of scenery in place, the wall will kind of begin to come into its own. It's just the fact that at the moment it's a long, flat bit of nothing. I also finally worked out how to name the parrots, which took a while. So we now have Morgan and we have Jerry, because pirates have parrots. Pirates drink rum. Jerry is named after Sailor Jerry, and Morgan is named after Captain Morgan, both brands of rum. See, I know that I seem like I'm mad quite a lot of the time, but there is method. There is method to the madness. So I tell myself. I think it's up to everyone else to judge if there's actually method to the madness or if it is just madness. Random bit of bamboo. Thank you. I need to get on moving my nether portal as well. I can't really keep on coming all of this way every time I want to go into the nether. I didn't pick up the gravel! Never mind. There's stuff over there that we can work with. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Beautiful. Make sure the frames are keeping up. Transitioning to the nether can be a bit of a drain sometimes, but it seems like we're all okay. Now I need to wander around looking for wither skeletons. The tall black skeletons with swords. They're the ones. Famous last words. Ooh. You're not the droids that I'm looking for, I'm afraid. And I don't think there are any in the nearby vicinity. So we may have to go wandering. Plenty of everything else though. Got pigmen, got ghasts. Just none of the skeletons that I need. Who did it? One of you guys, I'm sure. And do you know what? If they're not going to leave me alone, which I anticipate they won't, let's just go to the Guardian farm anyway. Get a chance to pop back through Nay's house, who is still online. Yeah, she's still here. She's still in chat as well. Nay, we're coming for you. Not for you specifically, but we shall see you on our journey. So I recently learned about a video on YouTube taken from all of the episodes of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Of the UK version at least. In that show they have 10 contestants who play for the chance to play for £1 million, and when they're introducing those contestants they do a wave. So for example Chris Tarrant would go, "It's Kenneth Redmond from Berkshire," and then you'd cut to a picture of Kenneth Redmond and he'd be waving at the camera, and then you'd go, "Susan Barnett from Wiltshire," and then it would cut to Susan Barnett from Wiltshire and she'd be waving at the camera, and it would do this for all 10 people. There is a video on YouTube made by someone who has stitched together every single one of those clips and it's like this hour-long video of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire contestants waving, and it's absurd. It's a difficult watch, but I found it oddly entertaining. Do you know what, actually, right? Do you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it up as soon as we get to Nays. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna show you a little bit of this video. It's right. It's absurd. Let's shut that down for. Let's just disconnect altogether for a hot second. Right. Give me one moment, and I'll show you this. Here we are. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire contestants waving. Look at it. It's over an hour long. It's balmy. We're not going to watch all of it, obviously, but like, you go. See how Chris Tarrant come out. And they've all got different waves. That's what makes it brilliant. He doesn't know where to look. Oh, good thumbs up from Dave Gorton. Alright, we're back in. That's cool. I have no idea how I found that. Oh, hello. Sorry, thank you. After you, you may return. I have no idea where that came from. Like I say, it's been a very long and difficult quarantine. So, oh, what's this? A snack. Oh, thank you. I mean, I've got so many carrots, but oh, beetroot soup. I will have some when I'm hungry. I have carrots, but it's there you go. There's some carrots in there. Replace what you use. That was bye. Oh, that's not how you spell bye. Right, let's get back on track. That was not a detour that I planned on making. Probably shouldn't have made. I don't suppose I can upload the VOD to YouTube now. I might just have to cut that bit out. I don't even know if the VOD can stay on Twitch. Probably get the whole stream muted for that now. The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music is probably copyrighted. And so by the mere Chris Tarrant's voice is probably copyrighted. By the mere inclusion of David Barnes from Coventry, we're probably in trouble. Where's the farm? Is that it? Could be. I don't think it is though. No, that island's too heavily populated with stuff. Oh, a shipwreck. Oh, there's the Guardian farm. That's fine. Well, let's have a little nosy around in the shipwreck and see what's waiting for us, if anything. It seems this one's already been looted, which is fair enough. I don't think I'd be able to call anything that I found there mine anyway. It's not in my neck of the woods. Hey, I can't see the beacon there we go. I was going to say, has someone taken my beacons? If so, I'd be needing to have some very, very serious words with whoever's stolen them. So, although slow, work on the farm has been progressing. I remember we worked on this on our very first stream here from the server. We've been very, very slowly working out draining this thing, but it is a long old slog, because we need to get the sponges to drain each bit. We need all of the gravity blocks and stuff. There's so much work that needs to be done. Is this one ready to go? Not yet. So I didn't bring any of my blocks, which means that actually I think we're a little bit stuck. We can't do anything until we drain this pool, really, which is a bit too big for us to drain, so we're in a bit of a pickle at the moment. I don't know who's been doing all of the work. I came over here the other day and did 1 or 2 more of these chambers. I don't know if Nay, if it's you, maybe it was you who's come over and done a bit extra, or if Morgan's popped on over and done, I don't know. But we are certainly working through. Oh, there is a bit of gravel there. I could take that, but it's going to be nowhere near enough to actually get the work done that we need to. Maybe there's some back over at the shacks. Let's see if we can find something. Otherwise, it's been a long old trip for nothing. Nope, they don't defy gravity. Nor does any of that. I don't think there's any in these crates either. No, there is not. Unfortunate. Never mind. Let's have a little... I did have a little small cave session down here, just to try and light the place up a bit, but not by much. There is probably a lot more caving work that does need to be done down here, but that's going to be for another time, I reckon. Any more gravel I could just make off with nice and quick? No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. No bother. No bother. Anything down this way, maybe? I think this cave went on for slightly longer, so I might be able to make some magic happen like that over there. That's going to be nice and perfect. Oh, it's a good healthy amount here as well. Oh, and some more as well. Yes, we'll take it. Never mind. Oh, and some more. Yeah, go on then. Alright, that'll probably do us. And then we'll just get out, build a little bit of the wall, and then I think we're in more or less a position to call it a night for today. Which is an odd sentence, actually. That kind of doesn't make sense in terms of time. But there we go. Getting hungry? Nay, I'm going to try your beetroot soup. Hopefully it's delicious. Don't know if I've ever eaten beetroot. I think I have, but I don't remember being too won over by it. However, the beetroot soup was lovely. Didn't poison me. Which is always a bonus. So I think the thing we need to do with these is come down here and fill in these gaps. It still may not be enough, and we're still going to end up taking a whole heap of damage. Do also need to try and keep track of our frames and the video quality just to make sure everything's okay. I know in the first stream we went underwater and I dropped a whole heap of frames. It went very bad for quite a portion of the VOD while we were over here at the farm. So I am trying to keep an eye on it, but it looks like actually it's holding relatively stable for the time being, which is very, very good indeed. Lovely jubbly. Oh, don't fall though. Don't fall. That's not what you want to do. I still haven't worked out the correct way to work with sponges yet. I feel like I'm gradually getting there, but I haven't quite sussed them out yet. See, like, always leave something behind. Which is exactly what the military advises against, but we're not in a military situation, so it's probably not too important to be that concerned about it. Whoops. Need to take this out before we go much further. Oh, I can't remember what side the open air is on. I don't want to destroy a whole wall and it just floods the chamber with water again. So that's the monument. So I reckon if we go this... Oh, I haven't got torches to break the wall with either. Oh, no. Okay, well that's the way through. Let's just do it that way. Okay, that's going to be a minor issue. Could just take some of these, I suppose. That'd be alright. In fact, this was probably when the frames began to drop in the stream, is when I started doing this. So we maybe won't do all of them simultaneously. Just a couple. Lovely. And then I've just got this side. Ah, right, there's a block there. Great. That's fine, we can take care of that. Whew. And that's pretty much it. Oh, he didn't jump. The jump didn't jump. Oh gosh. Well, it's a long way back to the top. Ugh. Here we go again. Alright, well, never mind. Gravel doesn't kill as much as sand does. Interesting. It's still dropped quite a bit though, right? I know when I was watching the video back last time, it got to that point and it wasn't even a slideshow. Everything just froze. Did it do the same sort of thing? Not as bad. Okay, that's no problem. I think the main thing about last time as well was I was streaming a much higher quality than the computer and internet could handle. So I've turned that down a little bit, so it shouldn't be as bad now. Whew. Right, where are we at? 5 minutes to go. That gives me enough time to deliver the final end of stream spiel, I guess. Well, while we're doing that, I can pop down the next wall. This is going to be too far, isn't it? Oh, don't try it. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, hey Jay, welcome. It's pretty bad timing, to be honest. You just dropped in at the very end. Never mind. Oh my, could you not just... This is the worst part about trying to do this farm, is you're just never left alone. Never left alone. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately we are going to be wrapping up here for this evening. First and foremost, thank you for dropping by and blessing me with your time this evening. Secondly, what I will say is, after I'm done here, I'm going to update my schedule with a little bit more information for the coming week. There's a couple of things. So tomorrow night we're going to be streaming as well, and also on Tuesday night, same time, 8 o'clock. I've got something pretty special and interesting that I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm quite excited. So if you are available from 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, then do be sure to drop in and catch the start, because it's going to be very... Well, I hope it's going to be very exciting anyway. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be very interesting. Other than that, I don't think there is anything. Oh, what I will say as well, and I'm bringing this up because my Amazon Prime free trial ran out today. And what I didn't know was that if you are on Amazon Prime, you can actually subscribe to a Twitch channel for free. If you would like to do that for this channel and you're not currently already subbed to someone on Twitch Prime, then that would be wonderful. Absolutely no pressure to. It's your free sub to do with as you wish. But if you have one spare, you can consider sending it my way. Other than that, though, I haven't got anything else. If there's anyone you know who might be interested in hanging out with us during the week as well, then be sure to pass the link on to them, get them to give us a follow. I only need 50 followers to become a Twitch affiliate, which apparently is a rather good thing. So we're well on the way already. 16 after what, three streams is a very good place to be indeed, but I know that we can get a little bit higher than that. So if you do know anyone who would like to join in and hang out with us, then give them a nudge, send them our way. Other than that, though, I don't think I've got much else, so I'm gonna head off, as I'm gonna say to Nay right now. I'm gonna quickly check on Twitch, see if any of my friends are following. If so, we'll do a quick raid for them.